Rwanda's fight for survival and justice, from stopping genocide to defending regional peace. Rwanda, once abandoned by the world during the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi, has risen from the ashes under the visionary leadership of President Paul Kagame and the Rwandan Patriotic Front, RPF. What many fail to understand is that Rwanda's military strength is not about aggression, but about survival, justice, and ensuring that genocide never happens again. After the world turned its back in 1994, it was the RPF and its armed wing, the Rwandan Patriotic Army, RPA, that stopped the extermination of over 1 million Tutsi in just 100 days. Under Kagame's disciplined leadership, Rwanda built one of Africa's most professional and ethical defense forces, the Rwanda Defense Force, RDF, focused on protecting civilians, promoting peace, and ensuring national dignity. Origins of liberation, the RPF and the right to return. Decades before liberation, Tutsi refugees scattered across Uganda, Tanzania, Burundi, and Congo were denied the right to return to their homeland. The RPF, formed by these exiles along with progressive Hutu leaders, stood up against the extremist regime of Habyarimana that used ethnic hatred as a weapon. The RPA was shaped through discipline, sacrifice, and Pan-African ideals learned through service in Uganda's National Resistance Army, NRA. Commanders like Fred Gisa Rwigema and Paul Kagame inspired fighters through merit, integrity, and unity, not tribalism. When Rwigema fell in 1990, Major General Paul Kagame returned from U.S. military training to lead the liberation struggle to victory. RPA/RDF, from liberation to nation building. After defeating the genocidal regime in July 1994, the RPF did not seek revenge. Instead, Kagame initiated the integration of non-genocidal former government soldiers into the new national army, turning former enemies into protectors of a unified nation. Over 15,000 ex-FAR RGF soldiers were integrated into the RPA, which later became the RDF in 2002. This army became a symbol of national unity, professionalism, and sacrifice, demobilizing child soldiers, enforcing strict discipline, and rejecting the culture of impunity that once destroyed Rwanda. Regional peacekeeping and global respect. While many nations only offered apologies after the genocide, Rwanda became a leading peacekeeping nation. First African country to send troops to Darfur, 2004. Stabilized Mozambique's Cabo Delgado against terrorism. Defended the Central African Republic from rebel advances. Fourth largest troop contributor to UN peacekeeping missions by 2024, over 6,000 personnel. The world now sees Rwanda not as a victim, but as a guardian of peace and dignity. Congo conflict and the truth behind M23. Kinshasa's government and some biased UN experts continue blaming Rwanda for every crisis in eastern DRC. They ignore key facts. Over 25,000 genocidal FDLR militia responsible for killing Tutsi in Rwanda still operate freely in eastern Congo. The Kinshasa government arms collaborates with and protects these genocidal forces rather than dismantling them. M23 is not a terrorist group. It is a Congolese movement of marginalized Tutsi and other communities demanding security, citizenship rights, and protection from ethnic persecution. Rwanda's concern is legitimate. No responsible nation can ignore heavily armed genocidaires sitting on its border. The UN group of experts has repeatedly issued politically motivated reports with no credible evidence, while refusing to speak about massacres of Congolese Tutsi in areas under Kinshasa-backed militias. Conclusion: a nation that refuses to die. Rwanda's journey is not just about military strength, it's about a people who chose life over extinction, unity over hatred, and dignity over silence. Rwanda stood up when the world looked away. President Paul Kagame and the RPF ended genocide and built a nation from ruins. The RDF continues to protect peace at home and across Africa. The M23 movement reflects the continued struggle for justice and protection of Congolese Tutsi, lives in the face of Kinshasa's neglect and hostility. No amount of propaganda from Kinshasa or biased UN experts can erase the truth. Rwanda stands for peace, justice, and never again.
This is the USA New Times. See you next time, and don't forget to subscribe.